better just follow through, and I wouldn't be calling you.
Starting, night is calling, and I am falling. Dance with me. Fantasy could never be so killing. I feel free. I hope that you are willing. Pick the beat up and kick your feet up. Dance with me. Off the ground, starry eyes, and love is all around us. I can take you where you want to go. Oh, dance with me. I want to be your partner, can't you see? The music is just starting, night is calling. All around us, I can take you where you want to go. Oh, dance with me. I want to be your partner, can't you see? The music is just starting, night is calling, and I am falling. Dance with me.
this before. Falling in love with you. I guess you were my first, and you'll be the only one. If we had a chance to be together, I will love you forever. But how can I make you see you mean everything to me? You're in my dreams. Come and take me away. Let's be together for the rest of our lives. You're everything I need to fulfill my fantasy. There's one thing I can say. Take my hand and be with me tonight. Ooh, you're in my dreams. Come take me away. Let's be together for the rest of my life. You're everything I need to fulfill my fantasy. There's one thing I can say. Take my hand and be with me. There's one thing I can say. Take my hand and be with me. Ooh. I was a man who always played around and loved, so quick to take, but so afraid to give enough. But now I found the one, and heaven will only know what only my eyes can say, and time can't take away.
I was a girl who trusted no one with my heart, and the dreams that young girls dream were just vanishing in the dark. Now I found the one. Heaven will only know what only my eyes can say. They say that I will take you forever. There will never be anyone else in my heart but you. And I will take you forever. There will never be anyone else but you. Anyone else but you.
Now my touch belongs to you, and I will always be your best friend.
Now my secrets are safe with you, and the magic will never end.
Now you are the one. Heaven will only know what only our eyes can say.
They say that I will take you
forever.
There will never be anyone else.
Hirap mo pati, mga estudyante pati yan, mga araw ba kaya?
Okay na? We now resume our session.
Item number 2 of the special business order, the request of His Honor the City Mayor for an authority to conduct a 30-day traffic experiment along Rojas Avenue.
Councilor Del Rosario.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Let me present to you the first yung traffic plan for the opening of Robinsons, then later yung as areas for experiment. I-request ko si... By the way, Mr. Chair, mas nainot ining drone shot kaysa duman sa... although haloy na kita nag-request ka itong dahil tulos naka-ready, so... naugma ko, tayaan mo yan sa Engineer Palmiano, si Mr. Riondanga, and they are willing to present also. Okay.
We are still awaiting for Engineer Rolly Campillos for purposes of item 27. Okay. So, for the meantime, we proceed.
Yes. Okay, so... Sige, please proceed kasi. So, brief description of the Robinsons. This is the fourth mall to open in Naga City na medyo large scale siya. May mga facilities, amenities, and ang opening date is August 15 with Maha Salvador as the main next. Ito. Yun po ang traffic flow for private vehicles, public utilities, then manning and proposals. Next. This is for private vehicles, Mrs. Chair. As you can see, we designated this area as entrance 1. This 2 is the entrance 2, and the last gate is the entrance 3. So, ini pong yellow pong ini, yun ang supposed na agikan mga private vehicles. So, pwede po sila maaging sa diversion. From diversion, they can turn right to yung Palaugang Robinson. Ito man pong hali sa Pili, Concepcion Grande, using Almeda, they can turn left to the gate 3 ng Robinsons. Next. So, kung hali ka po yung rotonda, yun na ang flow, ini si outbound, ini si inbound, they can turn left to yun po nisipig sabi ni Mrs. Chair Subago na entrance na this is I think 20 meters from the corner. So yes ma'am, this is only for entrance and no exit. Yun po nisipig para diribatian mi kasi piglalabi po ang Robinson may exit pa din. Ang interagency did not accede to the request of Robinsons. Next. Yun po niyang hali po sa Carnation Street, turn right lang siya gabos. May designated po igding Trimobile Station. Then may mga signboards man po dyan. Then ang DPWH po, lalabaan niya, hiiwasan niya itong pedestrian lane niya dyan. Next. This is also for the public utility vehicles, Mr. So, entrance 1, the loop A kang magsaysay can turn right. Law po siya. Agluwas niya po duman sa entrance C. So, maikot siyang paaragan. Actually po, si latest na discussion, pwede po sa magluwas dyan. Naka-queue siya dyan, pasaro-saro ang luwas niya po. Next. So, again, entrance lang po siya. Ang gabos pong mabaraba, abot lang po sa dyan, lipat siya dyan sa pedestrian lane. Next. So, ini po din naman ni, pero pahiling lang po si mga agreements. Next. 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 So, yun po ni si mga, actually, ini pong iba ginigiri mo na, si mga painting, repainting, additional pedestrian lanes. May request po kita sa pedestrian overpass sa Robinson, highly considered man po ninyo. Then, acquisition of Robinson sa iyong right-of-way to serve as ingress para po sa mga trimobile. Next. Iyo po ito pighihiling ta para makarani-rani man si tricycle, ma-acquire ninda itong property duman sa may pure gold, tangarig luwas laog man sa duman sa Kasi bawal po ang tricycle. Next. Any pong overpass, they are considering, strongly considering ni pong overpass. Next. So, iyo po niyang pigre-request ta, Mr. Chair, rerouting kang existing route of the bands from the CBD terminal to pag-engineer Bensya, then traffic routes from Naga City Subdivision to Diversion Road, and putting up of Trimobile Station sa Carnation Street. Next.
Councilor Labadia.
Gusto sabihin, Mr. Chairman, dyan sa Carnation Street, may Trimobile Station kita. Dahil pwede magbalyo ang mga tricycle or mga e-trike sa Robinson.
Day po, sir. Abot lang po sa Carnation Street.
Kung ma-implement kaya kita, Mr. Chairman, kang law, dapat gabos. Dahil pwedeng selected. Kung dahil pwede sa National Highway, dapat isang mabulo, dahil pwede ang mga tricycle. Paghali kang Tabuko, dahil ka pwede mag-agi ng magbalyo ng bridge. So, kung data itutugot yan, dapat data man itugot ito.
Sige. Mr. Chair, I defer sa pwede ko pong tapusin ko muna ng presentation, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Okay. Next slide. Iyon po ni si existing route from Terminal, CBD, through Carnation Street to Diversion. Iyon po ni si aging unyang kang ban, ali po naman ki Engineer Bensya, na turn right siya sa Carnation, luwas po siyang diversion. So, nagka-clog po yan dyan sa may kantong yan. Iyon po na existing, Mr. Chair. Ang proposal po kang interagency is, next. Paghalit niya po duman, turn right siya digdi sa kalyeng ini, agi po siya digdi sa Bicol Access, Sogo, ini pong saro sa mga areas na frequently na pigdudumanan ni kang councilor na nasa likod ko. Then, paluwas po sa may pure gold. Then, luwas na po sa igdi sa diversion. So, instead po na maagisin na igdi sa Carnation, i-reroute po siya duman sa pure gold. Another, Mrs. Chair, next. Ini po ang ahali unta po igdi, ini pong paghalig di, yan na turn left igdi. Grabe po ang clog kang traffic dyan. Ang proposal ta po dyan is only turn right, then ini pong vehicle sigdi can turn right also. Next. So yun po yung magiging traffic flow dyan. Next. So ini po ni Mrs. Chair, ini po ang property ini sa diri kang mga Sante or ini pong mga pigne-negotiate po na kang city assessor na mapaisi si si Kagsadiri na kung pwede mabugtakan po ng Trimobile station yan. Gabos po Trimobiles po, pag-abot yan, Mr. Sir, mabalik na siya. Papabalik na siya saan. To respond to the concern of Councilor Labadia, Mr. Chair, we have an existing ordinance na nagpo-prohibit ang Trimobile from pure gold down to diversion hanggang po sa Shell Magsaysay. Iba kitang existing ordinance kaya. Next. So, yun po yan, Mr. Chair, ang purpose kung taano nagre-request kita ng authority for the opening of the Robinsons.
Okay. Any question, comment on the presentation? Councilor Labadia Jr.
Ito na muna, Mr. Chairman, na pag may nagbalyong pag may nagbalyong tricycle pasiring sa Robinson, ano yan, dadakupon yan?
Councilor Del Rosario.
I just want to kumalaw po siya duman sa pigsabing use of diversion. Kasi kung mabalyo man lang siya, depende po sa decision kang. Pero kung ilingon ta po duman sa condition, dipisilo na maray, Mr. Chair, na i-allow na mag-cross ang tricycle from Carnation to Robinsons. This will create gridlock dyan sa area niya. Probably on some other route, pero I just don't know kung pwedeng abot lang po siya naman sa kantong Carnation.
You were saying that from Carnation, all vehicles should turn right.
Yes.
Turning left will not be allowed.
Will not be allowed.
Okay. Does that include Trimobile? No. Because Trimobile will only be up to the corner.
Yes.
Okay. Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
At patas din. Sige, patin. Abanti na. Yan. Okay. Okay.
Please go back, Tintin. Mayo na.
Ito tabitin yellow, itong yellow. Sige, atras pa. Yan. Ano ma'am, from Rotonda ma'am, you can turn left to Almeda, then you can use this entrance. So, no need po ma'am na magdiretso ka igdi. normal traffic flow ini, ma'am. Normal traffic flow. Either halik kang ma'am diversion to Almeda or halik kang rotonda to Almeda. This is normal traffic flow. So, yes, ma'am. Itong inot. We will not allow, ma'am, this entrance na gamito na turning left side di. From diversion, ma'am, to ini, ma'am, ini, ma'am. Dahil po siya, ma'am. Yung po kanina, ma'am, i-request me, ma'am, na dahil tatugutan nito to turn left from Carnation, no turning left. Yung po ni si second request na po, ma'am. From diversion.
No.
No, ma'am. From diversion, ma-right ka, or from Carnation, ma-right ka, ikot ka duman sa Inutan. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Either duman po sa gasoline station or duman ka sa likod kang Pure Gold. Actually po, nag-signify na ang Pure Gold to the request of Robinsons na first 2 days, gamiton siyang rotondaman kan from diversion, nakalampas ka po, malaw kang Robinson, maikot ka duman sa Pure Gold, then luwas ka, balik ka na po, palaw ka na dyan sa Robinson. Ang pagkaintindi ko po, nagtugot na si Pure Gold na 1 or 2 days. Kaya po, mamatter po, ma'am, sir, itong darakulaon ng mga signboards na ma-inform kang public, mga 50 or 100 meters pa. Actually, yun na po yan, pigi-excusar ko nyo, no? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Turn
Left. Yes, ma'am.
Turn left.
Yes. Jeep. Tin, paki-advance mo, Tin. Paki-advance mo. Advance mo. Sige pa. Okay. Yes. Actually, ma'am, madam, ang original na proposal kang interagency is ito po mga buses from bus terminal, iluluwas po siyang Panganiban Drive sa mga bus. But number one, na constraint, ababaon po ang wires duman sa may release. So, then po dagos no. Then to reduce the vehicles igdi po sa Carnation Street, disperse na siya to yung Sogo area going to Pure Gold. Para po makaagi manggiraray siya sa Robinsons and maka-load siya ng passengers po duman. Just in case pong igwaning mga pasayro pong naghahalat sa Robinsons. So, ang originating station niya po for now is the Engineer Bencha Terminal. Then maluwas siya dyan sa may Sogong yan, down to Pure Gold, pasiring sa Robinsons, and paluwas na po siya. Yes, pa. Yes, pa. Actually po, ma'am, ang sarupang nakaanig di ma'am, may digging igdi ang garo PLDT o Globe. May grabe pa dyan.
Lito, when a van leaves a terminal, we presume that it's already fully loaded with passengers. So why still pass by Robinsons Mall if it is already loaded with passengers?
Mr. Chair, we expect a increase in the pedestrian or the passenger traffic when Robinson's place opens. So, most probably, Mr. Chair, itong normaling nagtatambay duman sa terminal ni Independencia, they would shop sa Robinson's and duman na sinda mahalat ning auto. Kaya, practical-wise, mas makakatabang po ang local government siguro kung dahita naman siya papaalasahon kan mga gamit niya, mabalyo siyang tinampo, masakay sa ning trimobile, pabalik naman sa terminal niya.
But that will simply mean that the van will leave the terminal with
Some passengers.
with only a few
Passengers.
for some passengers, with so much seats
Yeah.
still to be filled up.
Yes, Mr. Siguro po,
That is contrary to our usual experience.
na pano-pano.
Yes.
Yes, we...
Kung pano na kaya siya, dahil nakaipuhan pa, agihon mo pa siya sa may Robinson's Mall. Pwedeng dumana siya magluwas sa may
Triangulo.
sa may Panganiban, and then diretso na papuntang east. Di ba? Partido or Albay. Councilor Del Castillo?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Diyan sa rutang iyan, Mr. Chair, medyo hadit daw ako pag-abot sa may Bicol Access. Dahil sa may Bicol Access, saka sa may St. Joseph, grabe ang mga nakapark na bihikulo. Day in and day out, grabe dyan. So, why not let this van take from the terminal, take either ini yung itong diretsong tinampo sa may dating Mother Seton, paluwas sa Panganiban, or igdiyo sa may Naga City Subdivision, paluwas manggiraray Panganiban sa may Boy Scout. Diyan na magluwas, paluwas padiretso sa Concepcion. Para dahil na makadagdag sa traffic, igdiyo sa may lugar na ini. Baka pwede makonsider yan, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Lito?
Pagkabot naman sa naman sa mga van, hali sa terminal ni Bincia.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we'll consider. Kaya po iyan ang reason kung ano where the executive is asking for a experimental period para po may flexibility man. But again, to stress, Mr. Chair, with due respect sa concerns ni Councilor Miles, Councilor Del Castillo, again, for practical side, just in case po na ikuan ning mga nag-shop igdi sa Robinson's na mga pasayro kang Daraga, Legazpi, ang magiging problem din na, Mr. Chair, kasi kung mayong movement ng bihikulo na maagi sa Robinson's, most probably they will carry their mga sinaudan, mabalyo dyan sa highway, sa Carnation, masakay trimobile, pasiring duman sa terminal ni Independencia. So, most probably baka po igwaning inconvenience sa iya and additional na cost kang si pag-shop na igdi sa Robinson. Ilan po yan, sarong aspect lang yan.
Yeah. But insofar as SM is concerned, we do not allow the van to drop by SM just to pick up passengers. Why give special consideration for Robinson's customers? We might be accused of giving favor to Robinson's. Okay. Councilor Akid Arroyo.
Yes, and besides, Mr. Chair, kung araw po kayo ng satong thinking, gustong sabihon, pigi-encourage na ang mga vans maghali sa terminal na panglaog, and then mahalat sinda kayo, hindi kayo sa may tinampo, sa may diversion para magkuhan ng pasahero. Matatraffic itang maray kayan dyan, lalo sa diversion. Dati na yan na talagang full yung stretch na yan.
Okay. So, the team will have to consider
Yes.
this suggestion.
So, Mr. to conclude our discussion, as to the first item based naman sa report ko po, kang committee, we only allow unloading sa Robinson's. Kasi ipo yan si committee disposition.
Okay.
And so I move, Mr. Chair,
In what particular area?
atin paki-plus itong area kang Robinson's. Itong so ayan. Ini po, Mr. Chair, ini po ang may base ini po ang highway, then may lay base sa IGD. Sa laog po kayan, Mr. Chair. Ang sabi kan si manager, sa laog po dyan ang mga vans. Then yan po duman ang taxi niya. Duman ang taxi waiting area. Okay.
How do you call that area?
Dahil ko aram si technical term niya naman.
Okay.
Basta nasa laog, Mr. Chair. Kasi pig-oppose mi talaga ining nasa gilid siya. Kasi haran yun sa ano. So, ang assurance po, Mr. Chair, is ito pong original na proposal niya, yaon sa dyan, itong pink, and nag-assurance sa committee na ilalaog niya duman ang.
Okay. Any second on the motion? Without objection, the same is approved.
Next item, Mr. Chair, to grant authority to the mayor to conduct experiment. Ay, sumubis, sir.
Councilor Labadia Jr.
Dahil pagkatapos naman, Mr. Chairman, sa tricycle, saka e-trike, ang gusto ko sabihin, Mr. Chairman, hali akong tabuko, dire-diretso, nag-agi akong national highway. Violation iyan kang national law. Pagkatapos, nagwala ako pasiring SM. So, siyempre, mareklamo ang SM, pasiring sa inda. Ngunyan, Mr. Chairman, nangyari, may pasahero ako. Nangyayari pa ngunyan, pasiring sa Pure Gold. Yung Manggiraray, National Highway, dahil man din ako, hanggang ngunyan, araw kayo nangyayari. Ngunyan, ang pinaka-third situation, mapahatod daw ngayon ako dyan sa Robinson. So, malawag man ako duman sa Laugan. So, paano ako dadakupon?
Councilor Del Rosario.
Again, to reiterate, Mr. Chair, we have an existing ordinance that prohibits flying of trimobiles from the Pure Gold area to Shell Magsaysay. The entire stretch, prohibited po dyan ang trimobile. Unless this August chamber amends the ordinance.
Mr. Chairman,
The prohibition is the flying of that route, but not the crossing of the highway.
Not the crossing of highway.
Okay. Councilor
mayo man, Mr. Chairman, mayo man diskusyon duman kung may ordinansa kita. Kasi may ordinansa ka umayo, bawal man talaga. Dahil may national law kita. Kasi di mo gamito ng Mr. Chairman, ang ordinansa, bawal man talaga. Ang hapot ko ngunyan, pero may pinipili kaya kita ning may pinipili kita ning pag-implement kang rules, kang regulation, may national law. Uturong ko, Mr. Chairman. Tabuko going to Triangulo, pwede. Tabuko going to Pure Gold, pwede. Tabuko to Robinson, taano dahil pwede. Pag masabi kang si ordinansa, talagang with or without ordinance, talagang bawal. So kung i-enforce ang ordinance, mayo lang maaging tricycle pang Mabolo, mayo lang maaging tricycle sa pasiring SM, mayo lang makakapa-Pure Gold, dahil man makakadyan sa Robinson. Kaya ang punto ko, Mr. Chairman, si Robinson, kaipuhan niya man tricycle, kaipuhan niya man e-trike na mabiyahe sa iya. Paano man ipagbabawal sinda? Paano dadako punta sinda? Tado man sa iba, hiling-hiling tanggayo. Yung malang yan, Mr. Chairman, ang pinaka-concern ko, na kung dahil pwede dyan, di dahil pwede ka, boss. Selective ang selective ang pag-enforce ng law.
Councilor Del Rosario.
Mr. Chair, hopefully, dahil man anggot sa ko si Councilor Labadia. Again, i-reiterate ko lang po, Mr. Chair, itong ordinance, unless this August Chamber determines that it's high time to amend the, pero the best thing siguro, Mr. Chair, and Councilor Labadia, is siguro to approve this traffic experiment, then hilingon ang effect niya. Then, we recommend siguro, after the 30-day period, kung ano ang mas ganyan.
Okay.
Yes, dahil man ako, Mr. Chairman, ukontra na tawan ta si mayor ning authority to experiment. Pero ang punto ko na igdi, selective. Mr. Chairman, taano pwede pa mabulo, taano pwede pa triangulo, taano pwede pa pure gold, tapos tayo pwede sa Robinson. Yan, hindi ko maintindihan, Mr. Chairman. National law yan, ha? Yan ang hanggang ngayon, hindi ko maintindihan. Kung matugot lang ko, Mr. Chairman, basta i-consider ta na pwede. Kumbaga, kung tinutugot na kung nagpapa-ano ka, Mr. Chairman, inilang sarong sample sa San Pablo City. Kung may hiling mo, Mr. Chairman, gabos siya nag-aaragi. Pati Carabao, Carita, nag-aaragi. Hindi yung sa tuya, ang naano ako digdi, Mr. Chairman, kadakol na mga tri-mobile driver na madideprive ta, na maglaog duman. Iyan ang nahihiling kong issue digdi, Mr. Chairman. Kung igawa, Mr. Chairman, na authority itatao, dapat parehas sa implementation, dahil pagbawal ang tricycle. Kung dahil man, Mr. Chairman, ibawal tagabos. Kung ibabawal ang tricycle.
I understand your sentiment, Councilor Labadia Jr. But to realize your desire, that will require an amendment of our ordinance, of our existing ordinance. So we will come to that when the proposed amendatory ordinance is submitted to us for our consideration. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, with or without the ordinance, bawal talaga ang tricycle. And the ordinance, di man pwedeng isupersede si national law. Kaya, hanggang ngayon, kung makuha, Mr. Chairman, I'm not a lawyer, pero basic man lang yan, na ang national law, di man pwedeng i-supersede kang sarong local ordinance. Kaya, kung sinasabi ng may ordinance sa kita, di pwede siya dyan kay Robinson maglaog, mas lalo na ang sinasabi kang national law, di ka pwede dyan sa National Highway. Yun yan, Mr. Chairman, ang punto ko.
Thank you, Councilor Labadia Jr. Councilor Del Rosario, and then Councilor Del Castillo, Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, to respond, I cannot really question the wisdom of during the deliberation. I think the ordinance was passed sometime 2005. And that ordinance until now is being implemented, although may mga dikit na ano. So again, it's up to the body, but I think we can stage that discussion after we conduct siguro the experiment.
Okay. Thank you. Councilor Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Siguro para mapadali na ang discussion nito. Since we'll be giving authority to the mayor to conduct an experiment, ibali na itong pagbawal sa National Highway na magdalaga ng tri-mobile. Ang aring matapos na ang diskusyon. Anyway, it is in accordance with the national law na bawal ang mga tri-mobile na mag-fly sa National Highway. Dahil na pag-arugon si itong ibang mga lugar di sa, not only in Camarines Sur but in other places in the country, na pitutugutan magdaralagan ang tri-mobile sa National Highway na yung nagiging kausakan mga aksidenteng makanghirap ang mga panahon na ini. But for purposes of this authority being sought or being sought by the mayor, siguro ibalita na yan, sir. One of the provisions is that hindi sa affected area na ini, ibawal na ang tri-mobile na mag-fly sa mga national highway. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo. Earlier, and I think Councilor Lito Del Rosario had expressed agreement, it was mentioned that the experimentation should not be limited only to that area near or adjacent to the Robinson's place. There was a mention about farther distance which will have to be considered, without which the same may also affect adversely the traffic and there may be congestion in the area. Meaning, even up to the area of Mabulo, the team entrusted to undertake the experimentation will have to consider all of this. So that is our understanding, Councilor Del Rosario. Meaning, even if you have limited your presentation to the slides shown to us, that will not preclude you from taking into consideration other relevant circumstances that may adversely affect the traffic in the area. So that is our understanding. Councilor Akid Arroyo, Councilor Abonal, and then Councilor Baldimoro, I think we can already wind up with our discussion. We will go back to the motion to grant authority to the mayor.
Yes,
Councilor
Mr. Chair, just a way of reminder that when we pass a resolution authorizing the mayor to experiment on a traffic route or rerouting, ang ine-experimentan lang is our ordinances. Ang effectively suspended lang are our ordinances. So, ang national laws na ito pwedeng ma-suspend, and therefore, together with this authority, is the request for strict enforcement of national laws. Maski pwede kitang mag-enforce kayan, although si mga penalties dahil mapunta sa national law ang basis but kita man ang affected. So, we can enforce it. So, not just the National Enforcement Agency, which is the PNP, but also the city. So, siguro emphasize na Mr. Chair, katulad itong pingsarabit na kasubago, na baka ang sarong solusyon talaga kang traffic situation is road discipline. And that would require strict enforcement of applicable laws and ordinances. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Councilor Abonal.
Since we're about to grant authority, Mr. Chairman, could we be more specific as to the term from what date to what date? Kailan mag-start ang experiment na yan? Kailan matatapos?
Councilor Del
Rather
Rosario.
than just 30 days.
Mr. Chair, from the time of the approval of the request.
From date of approval. Okay. Councilor Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Pertaining to the trimobile plying the national highway, Mr. Chair, if this will be strictly implemented, ano na po ang magiging means of transportation kang mga taga Mabolo? Mayo man po dyan nagbabiyahing multicab, man siya nagbabiyahing jeepney. So, ano po ang pwede tang i-offer na mode of transportation in that? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any response from Councilor Labadia Jr. and Councilor Akid Arroyo?
I heard something about Peña Pentra tours. No, Mr. Chairman, ang problemang iyan, actually, yung tama si Councilor Del Castillo, may solusyon dyan. Pero ang satuya na muna, si pagpasunod lalong-lalo na bisto ang Naga sa good governance. Yun ang bistado sa buong Pilipinas. Ang Naga City, nag-iirigdi ang gabos ng mga LGU because of the good governance. Yan ang perming kung taanong nagdidigdi, matibay ang Naga City, mag-implement kan mga laws and ordinances, both the national and local. Ngunyan, kung ini yung, ang hapot ko malang Mr. Chairman, mas nga ni ako na didipisilan, paano i-implement ining national law? Siguro, babalik ining hapot sa tuya gabos kung paano ini yung national law na i-implementa. And kung ako hinahapot, Mr. Chairman, duman sa solusyon pa Mabolo, mag-ibo naman kataling sarong route na jeepney route. Sabi ni Councilor Baldimoro, mayong jeepney. We will put up one route siguro, another 6 units to 10 units na jeepney.
Also, Panganiban Drive is considered a national road, right? And there are tri-mobiles flying that road. Councilor Del Castillo?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Para masolusyonan itong problema, Mr. Chair, na pig-raise ni Councilor Baldimoro, igwaning alternate route na pwedeng agihan na bakong national highway. Hali sa sentro, mapasiring ka sa may LCC, mabalyo ka sa tulay kan Mabulo Sabang, San Miguel, pasiring sa Mabulo, Makwen. That's the route na ibawal.
Okay.
Dahil maaging national highway, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. For the meantime, can we leave discussion about this to another date when a concrete proposal is submitted to us? We go back to the motion to grant the mayor the authority requested, subject to the limitations and or discussions we just had. Do I hear a second? Without objection, the same is approved. Any other matter related to item number 2? None? In which case, we go back to... Yes, Councilor Del Castillo.
In relation to experimentation, Mr. Chair, siguro by this time, I will really demand for a report from the Philippine National Police, the Traffic Management Center and the PSO, si report ninda kan si experimentation which was conducted last year. Dahil kung nahiling, Mr. Chair, si final recommendation, tangarig masolusyonan na ang problema.
This is experimentation about?
Traffic experimentation, Mr. Chair. 60 days. Natapos na lamang si taon.
The Secretary will send the corresponding follow-up letter. Okay? We now go to item number 27. And then after that, the matter involving the budget. Item number 27.
The matter on the establishment of the eastbound terminal.
Okay. The rules are suspended. We request Engineer Palmiano to approach the podium. Councilor Del Rosario.
Mr. Chair, during our previous sessions, we requested a drone shot of the proposed terminal permanent eastbound terminal at the back of IBM. And we, the Secretariat, requested the CEPIO, City Engineer's Office, Assessor, and Human Settlements Development Office to come up with a consolidated report. So, we have here Engineer Palmiano, Mr. Allen Riondanga, Engineer Campillos to elucidate on this matter.
Okay. Please proceed, Engineer Palmiano.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon to all. Let me first update this body of the proposed terminal in the eastbound terminal near the JMR Coliseum. This was the original plan, Mr. Chair. It's a 3-story building in front of the just beside the JMR Coliseum, and then somewhere at the back is the terminal. However, I think the mayor has decided not to pursue with this because of its cost. The second picture, can we go back to that? This is now the terminal. The one in front is the 3-story building. But again, as I've said, this did not pursue because of its cost. So, next please. This was the proposed connection from that building to the Coliseum. The final approved or the final proposed terminal is this, Mr. Chair. We removed the 3-story building. It's purely a terminal, and then somewhere at the back is the parking area. Next, please. Next
okay.
picture.
Let me be clarified. You are telling us that the commercial building component of the proposed eastbound terminal is no longer is not anymore being pursued by the executive branch.
Not anymore, Mr.
It
Chair.
will not anymore form part of the terms of reference.
Not anymore, Mr. Chair.
In which case, the original proposed ordinance submitted to us will have to be amended.
Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Chair. Yung next. Okay. Next. This is the existing Coliseum, Mr. Chair. The plan is to construct a road around the Coliseum. Originally, again, the proposed was to acquire the area outside of the fence of the Coliseum, which is the proposed road. But again, I think there are problems with the acquisition, so the executive has decided to consider the road inside the Coliseum. Next, please. So here, Mr. Chair, you will see there's a road on this side and going around here. But that is already part of the city property, which is inside the Coliseum. The proposal is that we will have a one-way road from the terminal. The terminal is somewhere on the other side, and then it goes inside the Coliseum, going around here, and the exit is on that side. Next, please. This was the drawn picture. Unfortunately, it's three-dimensional, so the roads are not really placed correctly. But that's the proposed. Now, going around the terminal going around the Coliseum from the terminal. Next, please. This one is just a schematic diagram of the road. Next, please. These are the proposed. The pink color circles are the proposed lightings along the road inside the Coliseum. Next, please. This one is the estimated cost of the infra projects within the Coliseum. We will have to do some demolition, like the fence will be demolished. We'll have to also have some excavation, and the other, we will have a drainage and proposed road. Next, please. Okay. This one, Mr. Chair, is our proposed road that will cross from the this one is the proposed terminal. This is the Coliseum. This is the road that will cross the PNR property going to Balintawak, Mr. Chair. So that's a straight road here. We are proposing that in order to ease the traffic along this road. No? Aside from the road that will go around the Coliseum, we are also proposing this road going to Balintawak, Mr. Chair. Next, please. Next, please. This is the rough estimate. These are just ballpark figures, Mr. Chair. We don't have the detailed engineering yet, but roughly there will be. It will cost about 2.6 billion for the construction of the road, but there are houses that will be affected. There are about 50 units of houses that will be affected, and about 12 of them are 2 stories. These are our estimate for light materials and other types of construction. So more or less, this will cost us about 28 million. 28.7 million. That is the first option, Mr. Chair. Next, please. The other option is this one. This is the road that will pass through the property of PNR, and then this is the entrance to PNR. That's the road going to PNR, and then we propose this one so that we avoid those houses along that area. There will be no houses will be affected here on this area, but we will be, of course, occupying the property of PNR if PNR would allow us. The estimate for this, Mr. Chair, is as follows. We will only have 35 units of houses affected in that area as compared to 50 units of houses in the first option. And this will cost us about 21 million, Mr. Chair. So these are the proposals, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Can you show us the exact site, the exact area where the proposed eastbound terminal is supposed to be constructed, showing the actual situation? That's what we are expecting from your group.
Mr. Chair, actually this is the proposed terminal, yung area po yan. This one is, that is the IBM. IBM. And this is the proposed terminal site.
We want to find out the exact site, the exact area, the houses there that will be affected. That's our instruction to Mr. Allen Rayondanga.
We did not get the picture for that, Mr. Chair. I think there's another picture here, Mr. Chair. This area, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, we know that is the area. But as to the exact meets and bounds, that's what we are after of. Hanggang saan?
We don't have a survey of that as of now, Mr. Chair. What we got from the pictures were only this one and then the previous pictures,
Allen, do you have the photo? The drone shot? Do you have a close-up? There should have been a delineation of the meets and bounds. Councilor Greg Abonal.
I wanted to know how many houses, how many units would be affected. In an earlier page, we already saw two options. One option would affect 50 units yata, Mr. Chairman. The other would affect only 35. But where exactly is city property there? Alin ba ang guhit ng city property dyan? Secondly, we saw the place and so much of the area is really deep. Has that been taken into consideration? Like, we have to be earth filling that. Mataas nga yata yung parang drainage. Mas mataas pa sa ground level. And then, now we are hearing that there would be no need for lot acquisition for the road. Yan ang mismong kalsada yan ang mismong driveway ng Coliseum. I cannot imagine na ang driveway ng Coliseum is a main street.
And it will go back to that crossing. Correct. Which we want to be avoided because of
traffic. Correct. Garong nagsasakit lugod, Mr. Chairman. At day ka kumbinsido, lalong garo day ka nakukumbinsi.
Councilor Del Rosario.
Mr. Chairman, niya po si Engineer Martin si Engineer Campillos, Mr. Chair, and aram kong igwana siya ng survey kan si mga affected na probably maapektaran na families dyan. And gusto naman po siya nga po Mr. Chair, kung pirasin ng pamilyang maapektaran and kung may relocation na silang pig-provide ng city. We want to know directly from
Engineer Campillos.
Campillos. You saved my day, Engineer.
Maray na hapon po sa Gabos. Actually, bago po nalago po si Mr. Chairman, nag-aapon kong si actual boundary ka po kasi property kan city. Paano?
The total area owned by the city is 7,500. I understand
7,000 square meters.
7,000 square meters. I understand about 2,000 of that was already devoted for the construction of houses.
Actually po,
for certain beneficiaries.
2,319
So in that photo, where is that?
Yeah,
where is that 2,000?
Pakibaba po, pinababa mo. Actually, inyo po ni si area devoted for the housing project and city for this for the informal settlers. Actually po, more or less 50 households po nasa laog kayo ni.
How many?
50 households po. Actually, ang structures po dyan, more than 40 lang, pero ang households po, more than 50. So, isa po yung lilipat na di sa parte ngayon. May 46 unit row housing project po tayong ilalag digdi na sinda po ilalag dyan sa particular area inyo. 2,319 square meters po ang area.
And these housing units are already completed, right?
22 units po ang nailagta na. So, maybe by next year po sila na.
Incidentally, we receive an information that these are not yet occupied.
Actually po,
why is that?
Data po siya na-award. And ang iba po ko dyan, may mga minor damage po dahil katong last year na Typhoon Nena, ginibo po siyang evacuation center kasi mga taga-Lerma. So, ngunyan po, may pigsabit po ako ngayon ng package cost po kasi magiging presyo kasi harong dyan, housing lot, nag-aabot po siya sa 421,000 pesos per unit. So, may approval na po si Virna kasi si cost and for presentation na lang po yan sa mga prospective beneficiaries kan si housing project.
Are there prospective beneficiaries willing to make use or yes, to relocate to that area?
Majority of them, sir, nagsabi na are willing to be relocated in that area. So, ang gusto nila pang makahamiling ko niyan, pag may pinapropose po kaming meeting with them to show the computation and for them to assess kung talagang kakayaw nila or may pagmati sila na baka ibang...
When do we expect the beneficiaries to occupy the housing units?
After our proposed meeting po, next week, sumaharaman na po si finalist kasi mga beneficiaries na malaw dyan. Actually, sir, we have conducted already a validation of the prospective and assessment of these families. As in po,
sayang kaya, ang punto mi, engineer, sayang si unit tapos na dahil nagagamit. Baad si mga taga-Pandi makaabot dyan?
Ayan po. Actually po, within this month, may ma-occupy na po, may total na pa na sa mga beneficiaries sa project. Itong 22 units.
Okay. Councilor Del Castillo, Councilor Labadia Jr., Councilor Abunal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Garo bako na kita sa duman sa terminal, Mr. Chair. Batig din na sa relocation site. I believe na before we started constructing that relocation site, igwana ning mga prospective occupant. But now, iba na ang tono. Mapili pa sana kan si ma-occupy. Arin baga talaga ang tama. Because kung mayo man sana ma-occupy, why construct that building in that area? Yan medyo maribong daw si Sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo.
Actually, kang sinabit na mo si when I was tasked by the city mayor to pagkabutan po ng proyektong ini, sinabi po sa kuya na may 46 families na itatransfer mo ulit di. So, itong figure po ito, yun po ito consider me para po come up with the plan na mag-flag po kaning project na ini. Actually po, totoo po ito na sinasabi ni Councilor Del Castillo na mapa pong ginibong formal validation kasi mga prospective beneficiaries kayan. Mas marangani po ito, taday pa na-construct si entire 46 units, si 22 lang po. Actually po, si construction kan 22 units na yan, may 14 families po na may mga runo na piga talagang ginaba ng una para po maitugok yan for 22 units na yan. Kasi na po, itong 14 families po, they were only qualified to
anyway, Councilor Labadia Jr.
program.
Mr. Chairman, quickly, aputong ko lang kung gurano si pagpatayo kang si houses, 50?
Yan pong 22 units na yan, ang kada sarupukan is 180, itong building na po, 187,000 pesos.
So, 108, sa 22, more or less, mga 3.6 million, more than almost 4 million. Ang punto ko, Mr. Chairman, ini yung lugar na ini, kung sa valuation mo niyan, dahil na mababa yan sa 15,000 pesos per square meter. Yan, area yan. I-assume na Mr. Chairman, 10,000 na lang bako ng 15. That is already 70 million. So, yan kantidad kang gigibuntang terminal. Sitwasyon mo niyan, Mr. Chairman, pag ginibo mo na yan, assuming nagibo na si terminal, ang problema mo, si pagluwas mo sa terminal, may sinasabi kita, subago na pag nagtugot ang PNR, pag di nagtugot si PNR, saro na naman problema ta ito. Si mga harok na papaagihan ta. Sabi ni Councilor Greg, Councilor Miles, nahiling mi na paano malaog pa dyan sa Coliseum mismo, maagi na si mga van. Diyan pa lang yan, Mr. Chairman, pagluwas pa lang, si traffic mo niya na nangyayari digdiyo sa atubangan mismo kang SM sa kang Central Bus Terminal. Kaya ko, Mr. Chairman, nahihiling na kung taano dyan gusto ta ibugtak ang terminal. Pagkatapos magastos pa kita, Mr. Chairman, 24 million or 21 million, baka ma-question kita later on, Mr. Chairman, na may nagtataong libre na terminal, 6,000 square meters, libre ang gabos, tapos igawa pang Robinson, nagtatauman. So, taano kita, Mr. Chairman, magastos ng additional na mga gastuson. Kaya, ang suggestion ko, Mr. Chairman, baka pwedeng mag-decide na kita na sabihon tala na, day na digdi pwede sa lugar na ini. Baka pwede na, yun na lang yan, Mr. Chairman, ang i-decide ang tata. Balik-balik kita, igdi. Kada cool question ang mangyayari digdi yun, Mr. Chairman. Pero kung baga gusto nga para sa kinapobrihan yan worth na 70 million up to 105 million si lupa pa lang. Mag-ibo kita ng high rise or medium rise na para sa mga kinapobrihan. Sa hili ko, Mr. Chairman, pwede pa. Pero terminal, kadakol, Mr. Chair, simbagon, and mangyari man yan, Mr. Chairman, utrohong ko, baka questionon kita sa legal. Na ikaw ang nagtataong libre, taano tapik sok-sok pa dyan, naggastos pa kita, na ikaw ang libre. Iyan ang pigihiling ko, Mr. Chairman, eh. Kung ginipot na yan, and then ang hapot, kung ikaw ang madulok sa korte, taano ginusto nindo dyan, nagastos ka mo, na ito nga yan, duman sa ibang lugar, libre. That is the question, Mr. Chairman. So I would like to move, Mr. Chairman, siguro, na ini yung particular na issue, i-set aside na ini, Mr. Chairman, para matapos na.
Councilor Greg Abonal. Then after you, Councilor Balimoro. We acknowledge the presence of Architect Gino Villafuerte. Immediately after this, we will proceed to the item involving.
Like immediately after this, mawil kita dumang kita. Mr. Chairman, Me, I am even more inclined to say I cannot endorse the terminal to be in that area. But be that as it may, pwede po bang drawingan yung talagang linya kang city property? I've been asking because paparatok do, papararog-arog pati kayo yung pointer, singarog-arog ka niya, ribong na ko pang arin. I'd like to find out exactly ang pinakalinya. The way I see it, yun yatang red na yun ang tinutok doon na housing. Does this mean na ang terminal abot pa duman sa purong ito? Kasi 7,000 square meters yata. Yeah, can we, pwede man sigurong, I don't know how technology will work, but baka pentel pen pwedeng i-ruler linyahan. Baka pwedeng lipstick, yung ikurit yan. I don't know. Halita nang hinahagad yan, nakuritan. Karabang kuritan na.
So, here is what we are going to do. We will suspend, again, further discussion on this. We will have to reiterate our previous instruction to Engineer Palmiano, Engineer Campillos, and Mr. Allen Riondanga to submit to us a drone photo of the subject area delineating the boundaries thereof, even showing the drainage, because that drainage in the area really caught our attention when we conducted an ocular inspection. Of course, we will be able, you should be able to show, we will be able to see the housing units already constructed by the city through its SDO. So, the same instruction is reiterated. Councilor Baldimoro and then Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just want to point out, Mr. Chair, para din na po kita pa orotro, ini pong ginibong ini, baka pwede siyang i-plot duman sa actual picture para mahiling itong real situation kung saan ini ilalaag pati itong mga tinampo.
Okay, the group will please make use of this material. Okay, as against the actual shoot. Okay, Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Pwedeng pasabihin. Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Kung magigibutabi ba itong hinahagad ta sa technical persons kang city na mai-plot ang area talagang eksakto, ma-pinpoint para talagang families eksakto, may bababa ko po pa digdi sa proposal na ini na maagi digdiyo sa palibot kang sa tuyang JMR Coliseum. Kasi kung may man giraray mababa ko, Mr. Chair, baka dapat hilingon ta na ining proposal na ini. Will that identification of that specific area for terminal affect ini yung proposal na ini? May pagbaba ko po ba? So that's my question. Nagagamiton ta ang mga panggilid kang JMR Coliseum, malaog digdi, tapos mapuntang terminal, and then maluwas, papunta dyan, maikot, and then luwas na naman diyan. May pababa ko po ba dyan?
Before answering that question, if I recall it right, the first presentation made by Mr. Willie Prilles Jr., he was telling us that the exit route will be at the back of the JMR Coliseum, going to that area at the market side along that road beside the CBD Plaza Hotel. That route is a bit, I understand, I do not know if I am correct, but I understand that route is better than what is being presented now. Is the executive abandoning that route, that previous presentation?
Mr. Chair, per instruction from the executive, Mr. Chair, we are abandoning that. We will be using the roads along the sides of the Coliseum, or within the Coliseum, Mr. Chair.
And in the process, you are making use of an already small area.
Mr. Chair, the width of that is, it's good only for one lane. It's about 3.5 to 4 meters, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so this is what is being presented to us for our disposition. Councilor Greg Abonal.
There is no motion to accept, but this early I am saying that I cannot endorse this particular plan as now presented, Mr. Chairman.
Can we have the sentiment by the other members of this body? Councilor Akid Arroyo? As presented.
Yes, may I move, Mr. Chair, that we... I'm not sure if reject is too strong a word, but I can't find any other word. Motion to disapprove. Motion to disapprove the proposal as presented.
Is there an objection to the motion?
Mr. Chair.
Is that an objection, Councilor Del Rosario?
Before we vote, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
we just directed the 3 officers to come up with the report. So, alam mo na si report nila para mahiling ta comprehensively si... Kaya we should also warn these department heads to comply immediately with our request. Inabot kita, Mr. Chair, ng halos 1 month bago din na i-produce yan, na mayo pa nga ning na synchronized na report. Nagpatsi-patsi lang kita ngunyan eh. We only imagine we're expecting the consolidated na report including yung figures. Kasi itong mga assumption na to, Mrs. Chair, itong mga cost na itong pigdaradagdagdag, si Councilor Labadia malang nagdagdagan to. Diba? We cannot really accept hook, like, and sinker si mga figures niya without those figures coming from the executive department. Kaya siguro, Mr. Chair, we await the presentation next week of this gentleman before we finally decide.
Councilor Akid Arroyo, and then after you, Councilor Baldimoro.
Yes, Mr. Chair, that's why I said we have to ask them now na kung makukumply ninda si Pigahagad Tabangon yan, may pagbaba gubadigdi sa presentation na ini, particularly as to the utilization of the JMR. That's my question. Kasi kung daiman sa natin, daita na sinda i-direct, and that we should already act on this matter. So that's my question. Can that be answered, Mr. Chair?
Can anybody from the 3 respond to that question? Anyone authorized to respond to that question?
Mr. Chair, as to the latest instruction from the executive, we stick to this proposal of the roads, Mr. Chair.
Meaning there will be no changes after all. Okay? Councilor Elmer Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. If we recall, Mr. Chair, I personally, I submit to the proposal of Engineer Shah to provide us the eastbound terminal. However, kung tinawanta po siyang deadline, up to this moment, may man siyang sinasubmit. So the option of the eastbound terminal as to the proposal of Engineer Bensha, mayo po. At present, iyon lang po yan itong available na pigo-offer na maging terminal unless we entertain other option. So, gusto ta pong mahiling itong possibility na baka suited pa man iyang lugar for the eastbound terminal. And another reason, Mr. Chair, iyan po kaya ang hinihiling kong pwedeng makabuhay sa JMR Coliseum. So, aside from permanent eastbound terminal, pwede po siyang makakontribute para po mas maging mabawi si Pigasto sa JMR Coliseum. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. We go back to the previous motion of Councilor Rakid Arroyo. The same was seconded by Councilor Julian Labadia Jr. Do I hear an objection? Okay. The same having been opposed by Councilor Del Rosario and Councilor Baldimoro. Those in favor of the motion, kindly raise your right hand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Those against?
1, 2, 3.
Is there an abstention?
1.
By a vote of 5 in favor of the motion, 3 against, and 1 abstention, the motion is considered approved. Councilor Abonal?
Just a procedural question. What would it take to resubmit this proposal and reconsider?
One that is probably acceptable, if not to all the members of this body, to majority of it. A modification can be made by the executive branch, but if the same plan, the same project is going to be submitted, then there is no basis for us to reconsider our decision because one had already been made. But if there is a modification, say for instance with respect to the use of Jesse M. Robredo Coliseum to place the road around the Coliseum, if the same is modified, if the same is abandoned, and if we go back to the previous presentation, then that is another matter which can probably be considered by this body. In other words, what prompted, I think, the decision now of this body is that latest presentation to make use of the area around the Coliseum as a road. It appears to me that for the majority of this body, we should not make use of that as road.
In other words, Mr. Chairman, all is not lost.
That's correct. That's my Councilor Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, Mr. Chairman, my basis for voting for the motion to deny this presentation is the cost. We'll be spending on option 1, we'll be spending more than 20 million pesos just to pay the houses that will be affected by the road. In the second option is we will be paying 15 million pesos. That's prohibitive, Mr. Chairman. But if there is a modification, I am open to that, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Okay. Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Mr. Chair, to respond to the concern raised by Councilor Baldimoro, I think it's about time that we publicly announce an invitation for proposals. If we will not be spending any money to undertake a particular project, we don't have to submit it for a public bidding. So we can invite for proposals. So that, for example, nagsasubmit proposal sa Tuya ang Robinsons, nagsasubmit si Engineer Sheg, siyang pending proposal, why don't we open it to everyone? Para itong ibang may gustong maisip din, can also submit. Para di kita limited sa whatever is being presented to us voluntarily.
Okay. Thank you, Councilor Rakid Arroyo. For the meantime, we now leave this particular matter. We will consider any proposal once the same is received by this body, including any proposed legislative measure. But for the meantime, without any modification on this, the discussion is considered closed and terminated. Okay? So we now proceed to the item involving Architect Villapuerte. If that is all right with Mr. Frank Mendoza. Okay. The rules are suspended. Architect, if you are ready, you may approach the podium and start with your presentation. Thank you, Engineer Palmiano, Engineer Campillos, and Allen. Thank you. Can we have a 5 minutes break? 5 minutes break. Meanwhile, that Architect Villafuerte is preparing for the presentation. May we request Frank?
know I need you to stay. I'd like to hold you in my
Good afternoon, Madam.
The stars that twinkle way up in the sky tell me I'm in love. When I kiss your lips, I feel the rolling thunder to my fingertips, and all the while my head is in a spin. Deep within, I'm in love. You're my everything, and nothing really matters but the love you bring. You're my everything. To see you in the morning with those big brown eyes. You're my everything. Forever and a day I need you close to me. You're my everything. You never have to worry, never fear, for I am near. For my everything, I live up on the land and see the sky above. I swim within her ocean, sweet and warm. There's no storm, my love. You're my everything. No, nothing really matters but the love you bring. You're my everything. To see you in the morning with those big brown eyes. You're my everything. Forever and a day I need you close to me. You're my everything. You never have to worry, never fear, for I am near. When I hold you tight, there's nothing that can harm you in the lonely night. I'll come to you and keep you safe and warm. It's so strong, my love. When I kiss your lips, I feel the rolling thunder to my fingertips, and all the while my head is in a spin. Deep within, I'm in love.
hard to do. I thought of yesterday, how sweet the love we shared. And I just can't forget you, 'cause first the love never dies. Now I'm alone without you, don't know what I'm gonna do. You've been a part of me, I'm lost without your love. I need you badly, baby, I'm down here on my knees. just right. 'Cause I'm always around you, and I make you see how beautiful life is for you and me. Take a little time, baby, see the butterflies color, listen to the birds that were sent to sing for me and you. Can you feel me? This is such a wonderful place to be. Even if it's rain out, everything will be alright. For as long as the world still turns, there will be night and day. Can you hear me? There's a rainbow always after the rain. Didn't I know when you lose you go? Yeah. Didn't walk and go where there could be so good or bad. But baby, this is life, no, don't get mad. No. 'Cause can't you see? No matter what happens, life goes on and on. So baby, please smile, just smile. 'Cause I'm always around you, and I'll make you see how beautiful life is for you and me. Take a little time, baby, see the butterflies color, listen to the birds that were sent to sing for me and you. Can you feel me? This is such a wonderful place to be. Even if there is rain out, everything will be alright. For as long as the world still turns, there will be night and day. Can you hear me? There's a rainbow always after the rain. Life's full of challenges, not all the time. But don't despair, my baby. You'll take it stronger and you'll make it through the sun. 'Cause you're strong. My faith in you is clear. So I say once again, this one's wonderful. Let us celebrate life, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Listen to the birds that were sent to sing for me and you. Can you feel me? This is such a wonderful place to be. Even if there is pain there, everything will be alright. For as long as the road still turns, there will be night and day. Can you hear me? There's a rainbow always after the rain.
Session is now resumed. The rules are suspended and Architect Gino Villafuerte. Whenever ready, you can start with your presentation.
Good afternoon po. So, I'm here to present po yung plan ng investor natin for the 40-hectare development along Diversion Road. So, sa likod po siya ng Robinsons area. So, I've seen kanina yung mga problems na ina-address ninyo with regards to the traffic. So, I think this would ease out the traffic along diversion area. So, the main purpose of this presentation po is not just for the development to be approved, but also for us, kasi ako naman is parang part of the representative ng city. So, na para mag-comply yung ating investor na sumunod dun sa proper zoning. So, this main plan po is para ma-include itong Central Business District 3. Pinangalanan na muna namin siyang Naga Central Business District 3. Kasi it would enhance business dun sa city natin, at the same time medyo congested na kasi yung ating area. So to start with po, our project objectives is to have an interactive business community. So proper land use and zoning, sustainable environmental design. At the same time, for the design considerations, of course, we have the building laws, the security, efficiency, parks and playgrounds, then zoning and circulation, which is the #1 problem of Naga City. Okay? So, next, it is envisioned to be the newest city center. The Naga Central Business District 3 is a 40-hectare sprawling development beside Bicol River that rethinks the program of socio-economic, commercial, and civic center. So, situated south of the old city center, it is designed to cater to a new generation of Nagueños with contemporary lifestyle and bring good business in the city. So, this area po will follow also the rules and regulations for the building code. And at the same time, sabi ko nga po kanina, ang main purpose nito is for us also to force the developer na sunodin yung gusto nating mangyari when it comes to the zoning. Kasi sayang talaga ng lupa if i-develop lang ng i-develop as a bodega or any other stores na hindi nagbe-benefit dun sa proper circulation ng city. It might cause a lot of congestion pa rin. Okay? So next, ito na po yung area natin. So, as you can see, this area, ito po yung part na ito yung Mabolo, ito yung Diversion Road. So, ito yung proposed namin na site development plan. So, this one is yung Almeda Highway. Okay? So, ang problem ng traffic natin is on this area, sa Robinsons. Ito yung site ni Robinsons, ito yung kay Pure Gold. Okay? So, next. So, this is the main site development plan. So, ayan po, in-invert na natin siya. Binaligtad na natin siya. So, this area, ito na yung diversion road. Ito na yung Almeda Highway. So, ito yung river development. Then, on this area, binaypass na natin yung road going dun sa, ginawa natin ang rotonda and pinalabas natin dun sa likod na ni Robinson. So, dito yung ginagawa nilang Go Hotel ngayon. So, this would decongest the traffic and even on this area. So, siguro, for our proposal, eventually mag-road widening tayo dito sa bandang Almeda area. So, on this area po, kung nakikita ninyo yung Automarken, yung mga hardware dun sa area, andito yon. Lahat ng warehouses. Dito yun sa lote na yun, yan sa harapan. Yung dalawang yan. Okay? So, on this area is a proposed commercial center, mall, and then warehouse sa likod na natin ilalagay. As you can see, we also have medium-rise condominium units on this area. And then, subdivision. So, bakit natin pinopose na magkaroon ng subdivision dito? So, this subdivision will be composed of socio-economic, at the same time, meron tayong high-end housing dyan. Because it's a large lot. So, it is also along the river. So, isa po sa mga requirements of HLURB is magkaroon ng proper drainage system na before lumabas doon sa river is treated na yung water. So, isa sa mga requirements ng HLURB is merong at least meron siyang exit kasi hindi na natin po pwedeng padaanin dito for a drainage system dun sa main highway. Okay? Then, this one is a commercial center and institutional center like hospitals. So, main entrance, hotel, mall, condominium, Bicol River, River Park or Esplanade will be a part of the development. Subdivision development, school district or institutional, commercial, office district, and government offices. Ayan. Okay. So, as you can see po, meron tayong inallocate na kung magkaroon ng partnership ang developer and ang city, magkakaroon tayo ng area also for the government. So, pwede natin i-allocate or pwede natin silang bigyan ng options kung alin ang mga lots na po pwede nilang i-allocate for the government offices. So, just in case Naga City would have an extension for the City Hall, so po pwede natin ditong ilagay. So, lahat ng mga government offices natin po pwede natin i-decongest na yung main city center natin and i-relocate on this area. Okay? So, ayan po. So these are just pegs for our development. So po pwede tayong magkaroon ng medium-rise condominium, hotel, hospitals or medical centers, government centers, mixed-use commercial office spaces, and then subdivision. So, ito pong area na to, hindi lang maapektuhan yung city, hindi lang maapektuhan yung Naga City, pero yung mga neighboring towns natin is mapipilitan na rin mag-develop, like the Milaor area. So, meron ditong bypass road going to Pili. So, eventually po pwede na natin sigurong i-expand yung road na yon. So, para ma-decongest na rin yung traffic on this area. Okay? So, we also consider parks and playgrounds and of course, proper roads. Pag sinabi nating proper roads or complete roads, meron tayong bike lanes, meron tayong proper pedestrian lane, and magiging siyang walkable city. So, just in case approved, this development will look like parang BGC sa Manila. So, ito sana yung maganda na ma-develop dun sa area na yon. Then eventually, mako-comply na natin yung ibang building laws right after this development because this development might become the model for additional developments within the city. So, yun po. So, yung area na yun, papunta ng Concepcion up to Pili. So, eventually, baka magkaroon na tayo ng Metro Naga. Okay po. So, that would be the end of my presentation.
Thank you, Architect Gino Villaferte. Is there any question or comment from the members of this body on the presentation? For the information, before the question, for the information of Architect Gino Villaferte, the request that reached this body for the inclusion of this area for reclassification to commercial use was already favorably endorsed to the City Planning Office for inclusion in the comprehensive land use plan,
yes,
which is currently under consideration by this body. Within the next few months, I think we will be able to come up with a zoning ordinance that includes the approval of the comprehensive land use plan. So, question from the Honorable Rakid Arroyo. Okay. Okay. Councilor Salvador del Castillo.
So, my query, Mr. Chair, is what's the action being sought from us of this presentation?
Right now is the reclassification of the entire area from agricultural, because this is currently an agricultural property, for reclassification to commercial. Okay.
Yeah, because I understand that as far as the inclusion in the CLUP is concerned, we have already favorably considered this request by referring it to the city planning for inclusion. So, if the matter being requested is for the reclassification, then we might as well refer this matter to the Committee on Land Use.
Already?
So,
we did that. We did
mayo
that.
naman pala. So, with that, mayo ng for information na lang.
Yeah. Considering that
Thank you, Mr.
the other members of this body were not present when I think a presentation was made before at the committee level. If there is no other question, yes, Councilor Rakid Arroyo.
Yes, actually, Mr. Chair, the reason why we decided to invite the proponent to also show to the rest of the members, kasi we really got kind of excited with this presentation, and we want to share with you the excitement to look forward for this development. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. If it is all right, this is going to be developed by what? By a group of...
by a private investor, sir.
So that means that after reclassifying the property,
yes, po.
some presentations will have to be made before a group of investors,
yes, po,
for the development of the area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if
but
possible,
following this
zoning.
Okay.
Then at the same time, most probably baka magkaroon tayo ng private and public partnership. So most probably baka pwede natin eventually ipasok na rin din sa, once approved dun sa DPWH rin for the roads, the highway. So because this would be very beneficial for the city, for the decongestion of our CBD1.
Okay. Any other question or comment? If none, thank you, Architect Villaferte, for making this presentation. And we hope that it's going to be realized within the next 2 years.
Hopefully, within the term.
Okay. So, thank you.
Yes, po. Thank you very much, po, Your Honor.
The rules are reinstated, and we shall now proceed to the next item.
The matter on the 2016 surplus, Mr. Frank Mendoza is...
Sir Frank Mendoza? Councilor Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, Mr. Chair, looking at the request, I found some items that I believe should be left behind of this request. But as far as the other items, Mr. Chair, in the details, I believe that we should really act on this now. First, Mr. Chairman, as far as item number 1 of the request of the mayor is concerned, it's an obligation of the city. In fact, it's a statutory obligation of the city since it involves the steep increment in other, including the longevity pay of personnel of the city. So I believe that we should really act on that. On item number 3, Mr. Chairman, this representation will request that some items be deferred or not included in the action of this body today. Item number 1 is the last item, SPA sectoral, which amounts to 1.276 million 250,000. There is no details to say. The amount is for training expenses 597. What's the details of this 597? So we might as well leave this behind to seek explanation of what's the nature of this request. And so with item number SPA NCDDB, other maintenance and other operating expenses, 195,000. There's no details. And another item, SPA support fund, other maintenance and operating expenses, 449,500. So this totals, Mr. Chair, the amount of 1,520,750 pesos. So if we will deduct this amount from the request of 7,288,556, what will remain is 5.767 million 806 pesos. But I understand there are some requests that should be considered in the amount of a total of 800,000 as augmentation for other services that the city should provide. So
motion?
Yeah. The additional, Mr. Chair, is 250,000 for PLED, 250,000 for the Housing Board, 300,000 for PCL. So that will total to the amount of 6,567,806. That will not include our request from the mayor, which he already verbally approved, Mr. Chairman. That since the request of the mayor only states that if we could preferably act on item 1, 2, and 3, so I will just confine myself to that request of the mayor.
Okay. Motion? Final
so
motion.
If there are no more query, Mr. Chair, I move that we pass an ordinance appropriating the following. For augmentation of personal services, 1,403,500 pesos. And for augmentation of various accounts, 6,567,806 pesos.
Any second? Without objection, the same is approved. Thank you, Councilor Del Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The other items in the subject request are referred to the Committee on Appropriations. Next item.
New business. The endorsement from the Office of the City Mayor endorsing the draft MOA for online collection facility of the land bank.
We refer this to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
The proposed ordinance amending ordinance number 27.
Committee on Appropriations.
The letter dated July 28 of Attorney Vanessa Napal.
This is referred to the Committee on Games and Amusement.
The letter of Mr.
Also Games and Amusement.
The resolution of Makawili JC Foundation Incorporated applying for accreditation.
Committee on People Empowerment and Accreditation.
The letter of Mrs. Emily Bordado of the Multi-Agri-Chorus and
Committee on Land Use.
The undated letter of Mr. Ruel Fernandez, Operations Head Communities Naga.
Also referred to the same committee.
The letter from Mr. Edwin Parapina, Delpar Construction.
This is referred to the Committee on City Properties.
The proposed traffic management.
Trade and Investment.
The proposed,
with the City Properties as the lead committee.
The proposed traffic management at USI and Naga Cathedral area by Mr. Manny Diswangco.
We refer this to the Committee on Transportation together with items 10, 11, 12. Next item. 13.
The endorsement from the City Mayor endorsing the proposed ordinance and organizing the CIPIO.
Laws and ordinances that will entail so much creation of offices, additional personnel. Can we prioritize those offices, existing offices that require the same, such as the city building office? Can we take a look first at the existing offices before creating another department? Okay. Next item. Councilor Del Castillo.
I believe with that, Mr. Chair, a directive should be sent to the Human Resource Management Office to submit to us the entire organizational chart of the city, including the function. So that when the committee take it up, mas madali nang
so indicating the existing personnel complement and those that are still required or necessary.
Yes, the mandatory offices that should be created.
The secretary is so instructed. Next item.
The letter dated August 4 from the city administrator proposing charging against the Naga River Rehab.
Committee on Appropriations.
The proposed U-turn along Elias Angeles in front of USI and Cathedral.
Committee on Transportation.
The endorsement dated August 7 from the city mayor endorsing the letter of Mr. Jason Galicia applying for E-Tribe.
The same is referred to the Committee on Transportation.
The letter dated August 7 from Mr. Sandy Romaldo Mendoza transmitting affidavit of sole adjudication with waiver and assignment.
Committee on Transportation.
The proposed Sustainable Solid Waste Management, FDR Integrated Resource Recovery Management.
Committee on Environment.
The letter dated August 1, 2017 from Mr. Robert Arandia.
Games and Amusement.
The letter dated August 1, 2017 from the Naga City People's Council.
We refer this to the Committee on Appropriations together with items 21 and 22. Next item.
Other matters, letter dated July 26 from Engineer Rebecca Roses of the DPWS.
The same is noted together with item number 2.
Number 2. Nominal voting.
Councilor Elmer Baldimoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I move that all the approved resolution and ordinance be transferred to nominal voting and approve the same.
Same is approved and the session is now adjourned.
3:50.
At 10.
Oh